Vic Carucci, Matt Schneidman, talking with you again from Buffalo Bills training camp. So it ended up being a newsier day than I think we first thought. Earlier, now the Bills signing Anquan Boldin to a one-year contract, clearly desperate for help at wide receiver. He was in for a visit on July 24th. They didn't get the deal done then, but over the last few days finally got something worked out. And we just heard from Brandon Beane, the general manager, who was effusive in his praise of what Boldin is, calling him a Hall of Famer, calling him the kind of player that he said, even if they had Jerry Rice on this team, they would love to have. Well, they don't have anything close to Jerry Rice. Sammy Watkins, the best receiver the Bills have, and health questions there. And after that, all kinds of questions at the position. So what we're going to find out is how much of an addition Anquan Boldin is going to be.
Yeah, Brandon Beane really refuted the idea that this addition has anything to do with how his receivers have performed in camp or what they have on the roster. Anyone with a brain can read through that, Sammy Watkins is the only proven receiver on this team. Zay Jones, obviously rookie, enticing prospects with him, but you never know how rookies pan out. Boldin's got impressive stats. He's probably going to be a Hall of Famer, 9th all-time in receptions, 14th in receiving yards, 23rd in touchdowns. He's going to be 37 in October, but he had 8 touchdowns last year for the Lions, so definitely a welcome addition for the Bills.
Yeah, and it's not just the production, and he was a productive player, as you point out, for the Lions last year, ending his 14th season in the NFL. But it's the way he carries himself. It's how he keeps himself in great condition, the work ethic, what he does to get open, how he works defensive backs. And this is a guy who will join this team even though we're 10 practices into training camp and very close to the season. He'll hit the ground running, obviously. There's really no super need for him to prep to become effective for this team. I'm going to assume he's been in good shape. He's kept himself in shape, planning to play a 15th season in the league. So I think all these things add up in a positive way for the Bills. Once again, though, how much of a contribution, how big an impact he'll have on this offense is debatable, and you don't have much there, really, at all the positions on offense. You can talk about LaShawn McCoy being pretty much it. Watkins, when healthy, okay. But after that, I mean, an O-line that has a couple of good players, tight end, still some question marks there. So for the Buffalo Bills, I guess getting a guy like this in August is about as good as you can do.
Yeah, Brandon Beane, I think, mentioned 3 different times Boldin's Man of the Year honor. This move, he seemed to say, was not equally as much, but significantly about his off-the-field status as well. Character, yeah. The cliche word tossed around, but one of the most respected players in the league, I'd assume, really brings a lot to this locker room, obviously on the field, as we talked about with his recent performance, but off the field as well. He's here now, somewhere, I don't know where, but he'll be talking tomorrow.
Yeah, supposed to talk with the media tomorrow. We'll also hear from Coach Sean McDermott on Tuesday as well, and he'll get a lot of questions about Anquan Boldin. Okay, for Matt Schneidman, for Jim McCoy, I'm Vic Carucci, urging you to check back for much, much more on BuffaloNews.com.